All right, it's that time of the year, fall 2024. I'm gonna give you my best niche choices for the fall right now. The time is now. The time has come. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the 15 top choices that I'll be looking to rock in the next cooler months of the year in the fall of 2024. For the next 3 months, give or take, before we hop into the winter season when it gets really brisk here in New York, New England, where I live. So the 15 choices here will keep me warm, will keep me cozy, and of course, the fragrances on this list are gonna be oaky, spicy, boozy, leathery, tobacco. You know it. Let's hop into them. By the way, there's a couple promos going on right now before I hop into the list, just so you know you can try anything you want in this list, and of course, thousands to choose from. You already know Perfume.com, the place to go when you want to try fragrances before you buy them. Perfume.com, use my code. That's still going on right now until Sunday at midnight. And there's also a code from FragFlax to celebrate fall season, Fall 25, which will give you guys a BOGO 25, buy one, get one 25% off, site-wide, also listed below. So don't forget to check the description and details in the description of this video so you guys can have access to the codes, the savings, the links, anything and everything you need to know to make your life easier, of course, listed below. So kicking off the list here at the 15th spot, we're gonna have a fragrance here from a house that is really making strides for me in the fragrance world. This is a brand that, especially this Origin Tobacco line, I talked to you guys about Cuban tobacco, Jamaican tobacco, and of course, today we're gonna highlight Peruvian tobacco. What I love about this brand is they take the tobacco note and they embellish with different things. Peruvian tobacco will take brat seeds, will take different elements to really enhance this tobacco fragrance into this milky, lactonic, very creamy, kind of a fruity, creamy, lactonic tobacco infusion here. Very nice, very seductive, very inspiring. It could have been higher on the list because this is actually a phenomenal fragrance, but it's a newcomer to the list. I'm gonna just this year start wearing it heavy. Maybe in the upcoming lists, you know, as we progress in different months and years, this will actually make different lists. But so far, loving this line, guys. 𝗷𝗶𝘀𝗄𝗏, Peruvian tobacco, amazing at the 15th spot. At the 14th spot, we have a newcomer to the list. Well, not the brand, but the fragrance. Of course, the brand is Lord Milano, which is an Italian brand I shared with you guys here a few times on the channel. The fragrance we're highlighting today is Lord Milano's Portofino. Now, what this fragrance is, really amazing sprayer here, incredible mist, very powerful. One of the best presentations in the game. I tell you, if you hold this in your hand and you actually feel the bottle, the sprayer, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Lord Milano Portofino is actually, picture this, if you're familiar with Layton, which is probably, you know, Parfums de Marly's top seller, you fuse that, you meld it with Niche 𝗂𝗍, which is an incredible vanilla fragrance, add some boozy and spicy components, some spun sugar. That's what you get right here, guys. Portofino from Lord Milano, incredible fragrance, long-lasting, powerful, seductive, amazing for the fall season up ahead. This is gonna be one that I'm gonna be wearing for those brisk evening nights. I'm looking for something sweet with that spun sugar, the resins, there's 𝗿𝗏 here. It's definitely very powerful, a little bit boozy, very spicy. Like I said, Niche 𝗂𝗍 meets, you know, Layton or Layton Exclusive from Parfums de Marly, very spicy. That's what you get here. Amazing stuff, guys, long lasting, powerful, definitely worth checking out. If you like those two fragrances, this is a match made in heaven. Now here's an incense fragrance that I talked to you guys about last year. I believe it made my list as well, my top fall list. It falls back a few spots, I believe, this year at the 13th spot. This is going to be a no money brand, and no, it's not a moage. This is going to be a house called Ojar, and the fragrance is Unsung Couvre, which means copper incense. So this is a very resinous, again, great sprayers here, very spicy, almost bitter in the beginning, but it gets creamier, spicier, and sweeter as it dries down, very warm, very compelling, very inviting, incredible composition. This brand is gonna make tremendous strides, I'm gonna tell you right now. Very minimalist presentation, but the fragrances themselves, very complex, guys. Copper incense, or Unsung Couvre, guys, amazing stuff. If you love smoky, resinous, a little bit sweet, the oud here with the incense makes for a great combination for the cold weather, the cold season. It's definitely gonna make you shine. This has patchouli, vanilla, myrrh, musk, or some of the other notes here. Amazing. If you love incense fragrances, incense-based scents, you're going to love this one. There's no two ways about it. Incredible, resinous, sweet, creamy as it dries down, a little bit smoky, a little bit spicy in the beginning, but definitely very well composed, very well balanced, long lasting, and just very unique. I love the character of this incense here because it's a little bit powdery as it dries down, let me be honest with you. But if you do enjoy, you know, patchouli, iris-based scents, a little bit floral with that powdery kind of a vibe when it finishes off, definitely one of my favorite discoveries last year, which I shared with you guys, makes for the 13th spot here as one of my go-tos, powerful fragrances to rock in the fall of 2024 Niche Edition. Coming in at number 12, this is a powerhouse of a fragrance, amazing. Has this old school vintagey vibe, very classy, very elegant, very sophisticated, very assertive kind of a vibe. This is Solange from 𝗂𝗍𝗄, and this is an incredible powerhouse. This has this vintagey feel. We're talking about powerful elements here. Like, it's a leather-based scent, but I like to say it's a spicy leather / fougère, because you have lavender here, you have vetiver, then you have leather, spices, all the most powerful, pungent oak moss elements you can think of are going to be comprised in this fragrance. It's just, I'm not even gonna spray the room because it's gonna take over the whole room. That's Solange from 𝗂𝗍𝗄. If you haven't heard about this fragrance, even in the briefing, when you read about this fragrance, it describes as a boss fragrance. So it goes to show, this is a power bomb. If you haven't tried this one, definitely give it a shot. If you have a similar taste to mine, you're gonna love this, but keep in mind, it's gonna be a very powerful, rough leather with some fougère components that are going to be heavy, spices, of course, your vetivers, your lavenders, and then, of course, the beautiful, powerful leather that you have here. This is a beast. We're talking about 12+ hours. If you spray your garment, it's going to be there the whole day and then the next day. So Solange here, amazing spicy leather / fougère at the 12 spot. At the 11th spot, we have a fragrance here from the house of Day 3 Fragrances, which has made tremendous splash in the world of niche perfumery over the last couple of years. Michael Paul, the nose, the perfumer behind this brand, does everything himself. And I have to tip my hat off to him because it is nothing short of great quality. Of course, you guys know it, I love tobaccos. And of course, with this top list, I have to have lots of tobaccos, lots of leathery fragrances, boozy fragrances. Those are the facets, oaky, spicy, woodsy. That's what I gravitate towards the fall / winter season. So 𝗵𝗺𝗄𝗂 is going to come up here at the 11th spot, which is an absolutely stunning tobacco scent. This was dropped last year. It was actually released at ScentXplore, as you see here in the tester strip, which is a niche convention. If you guys haven't heard of it, definitely check it out. I'm gonna have a link below for you. But anyway, 𝗵𝗺𝗄𝗂 is an incredible tobacco scent. And this one is going to be borderline gourmand. There's also a very sweet, spicy, and creamy vibe here. I believe there's sandalwood. I get this coconut rum. I think there's something in the Spanish culture called coquito or something like that, which is like a coconut rum that they serve during the holidays. That's what I'm getting here. It's that spicy coconut rum surrounded by the tobacco leaf, almost like a Maduro tobacco leaf. Needless to say, incredible. If you love tobacco, this is definitely something you want to try. Different from the Peruvian tobacco that I talked about in the beginning of the video, which is more of a milky, lactonic, not so much gourmand. This one here goes more into that sweet, boozy kind of a tobacco facet. Incredible 𝗵𝗺𝗄𝗂 at the 11th spot. Try this brand, guys. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. They have incredible things to offer. Great quality, and most importantly, very affordable for what you're getting. This is 𝗵𝗺𝗄𝗂 at the 11th spot. And by the way, this is an extrait de parfum, very concentrated. The 10th spot now, top 10, is one that I primarily only wear late fall into the winter. I love this. This is resinous, it's smoky, it's piney, it's very coniferous, very green, but very spicy and very piney. So you must like this kind of coniferous kind of a vibe. That is what really makes this fragrance. I'm talking about Arso, from the house of Profumo Roma from Italy. And Profumo Roma, if you guys know anything about this Italian brand, they are very beast mode in performance. They last a long time, they don't come cheap, very simple presentation, but the smells themselves, this is another one that I'm not gonna spray here because it's gonna take over the room. This one's gonna be that 𝗂𝗐𝗿 oil, very spicy, very smoky, very earthy with that green, piney, coniferous, pine cones kind of a vibe, very spicy, very woodsy. Incredible. I love this stuff. Late fall into the winter. This is one of my go-tos. Usually wear this for Thanksgiving dinners. I tend to hang out by the fire pit with friends and family. So this is an incredible, guys. From Profumo Roma, if you love piney, coniferous, green, very spicy and smoky type scents, resinous, this is a must try. If you don't pull the trigger and blind buy this. I'll be honest with you guys. Don't blind buy. Get a decant, try it on skin because this is not going to be for everyone. But if you love this kind of a scent profile and character, this is the king of that profile that I'm talking about. This is another one that's not going to be for everyone. This is cognac, it's spices, it's leather. It's just a beast of a fragrance. It's going to take a special person to wear this. It's a little bit, not a little bit, it's very animalistic. This is from the house of Amouage, and this is Overture Man. I love this fragrance. As you can see, I've had this for a long time, and this is something that you don't need more than 2 to 3 sprays. Trust me. You spray 1, 2, 3 right here, it's going to push and emanate every day, all day, guys. This is incredible. I actually wear this mostly for evening attire if I'm going out to dinners, if I'm going out hang out with my wife or some friends. definitely have to be going outside and walking a little bit, because if you spray this indoors and you stay too close to somebody, it's definitely gonna be cloying. Again, not for everyone, but I love the cognac here, love the spices. The leather is done to perfection. One of my favorite leather fragrances, 𝗂𝗂𝘂, spicy, and animalic is how I would describe this. Amazing. If you love 𝗂𝗂𝘂, spicy leathers, this is something that you have to try. But again, the animalic leather is definitely very pungent at times, and a lot of people won't like this. Usually after the 15-20 minutes is where things start to calm down a little bit. It gets nicer and nicer as it develops on skin. It becomes something quite special. Resins, cardamom, sandalwood, cinnamon as some of the other notes here, but the cognac and the leather are definitely the star players in this one. Amazing, incredible, check it out. Coming in at the 8th spot, I talked about this fragrance already here on the channel at my unboxing, and I did tell you guys at the first impression that this was something that was very special, and most likely you would see this in other top videos. From the house of Lorenzo Pazzaia, this is definitely one of my favorite discoveries of the year. Amazing. This is going to be Incenso Notturno, or evening incense, and what this is exactly what it says. It's a dark incensey fragrance. And to make it easier for you guys to understand, if you didn't watch that first impression video, this is going to be a spicier, smokier, and more powerful version of Gucci Pour Homme 1. It was long discontinued, I believe released in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Incredible fragrance. If you missed that fragrance, ladies and gentlemen, this is the next best thing. You're gonna wear this, you're gonna come back here and say, Max, thank you so much. I missed that fragrance dearly. That fragrance, Gucci Pour Homme 1, if you find it in different places such as eBay or the 𝗵𝗵𝗵 Facebook group, places where people sell and trade fragrances, swap fragrances, you're gonna find that fragrance in hundreds of dollars for partial used bottles. This one here, now it's a savior for me because I believe I have one bottle left from Gucci Pour Homme 1, and I actually compared these side by side, and that one, Gucci Pour Homme 1, is definitely creamier, also dark, resinous, incensey, but not as pungent and powerful as this one. If you love that scent profile of Gucci Pour Homme 1 and you missed it, guys, I'm telling you, this will blow you away, guys. Check it out, Incenso Notturno from Lorenzo Pazzaia. Incredible fragrance, one of my favorite discoveries. Happy to rock this in the cooler seasons of 2024. Coming in at number 7, this is a fragrance that I recently revisited, and I was like, wow, where have you been? Why haven't I been talking or wearing this fragrance more? This is from the house of Amar Gold, from their Elixir collection, which they were talking about elixirs way before the whole elixir fad and trend exploded. I believe this was released a few years back. I'm gonna pop it on screen here for you guys. But anyway, this is Amar Gold Elixir's Golden Oud. This is from the Elixir collection, like I said, released way before the whole elixir explosion became a reality. And ladies and gentlemen, amazing blast here of sprayer, incredible atomizer. Golden Oud has some incredible notes. We're talking champagne, we're talking tobacco, we're talking oud, but it's comprised in a very smooth and creamy and captivating way. You also, besides the oud note that makes things a little bit more interesting and mysterious, you also have a note of caramel here, which kind of tones things down, adding this gourmand facet to it. So take a picture of this. You got the champagne, the booziness, you have the woods, you have the oud, all these mysterious dark components. Along with that champagne, you have this caramel drizzle that makes this sweet, creamy, delectable, mouth-watering, amazing. This is a great boozy, spicy, gourmand, woody gourmand for the fall season. I'm telling you guys, this is incredible for guys, for gals, gender-free, you name it. If you're looking for it, and this is really the only really gourmand on this list because I'm not really into gourmands, but this one here is a gourmand with a woody, spicy, mysterious backbone. It just makes it so interesting, so like enticing, so curious. I'm obsessed with this one, guys. I'm wearing this a lot right now. And as the weather gets cold, it's getting cooler here in the evening time. The more the weather gets colder, I'm definitely gonna be rocking this. And if you cross paths with me in the city, you're definitely gonna smell this on me, guys. Amazing stuff. That was Amar Gold Golden Oud, guys. Check this out. As you see, I'm not a huge fan of gourmands or vanilla heavy scents. Those profiles are not or floral fragrances for that matter, floral, fruity ambers. They're not my favorite, kind of a profile. I do favor the boozy, the leathers, the woody, spicy fragrances, of course, the tobaccos. But this particular vanilla here is a vanilla that's laced with incense and resins and oak moss, which is one of my favorite notes in the world of perfumery. From the house of 𝗀, which is a brand that I discovered early this year, and the more I dive into the brand, the more enamored I get with this brand. And of course, this is going to be Smoky Vanilla. Again, if this was simply amazing presentation, love the presentation, so cool looking. The bottles are minimalist and the sprayers are actually really nice. So Smoky Vanilla, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a really incredible take on vanilla. Wow, the oak moss give these green, resinous nuances to the fragrance, very woody, very spicy. You have this smoky, incensey, kind of an earthy vibe to the fragrance. Absolutely incredible. Like I said, one of my favorite vanillas of all time. If you're thinking vanilla the way you're thinking vanilla, you're not gonna really understand the scent. Think more of vanilla bark. Think more of a woody, creamy, sweet facet of the vanilla, laced with that spicy, earthy, and green, oak moss vibe that I'm talking about. That's smoky, that's earthy. Absolutely incredible, guys. This is a vanilla scent that you could actually potentially wear as a signature scent. I'm telling you, great for the fall, of course, but because of the scent profile, very powerful though. This is something you're not gonna need more than 3 to 4 sprays. You're gonna be atomic, trust me. Everything with this brand is very, very powerful. This is Smoky Vanilla, guys. If you love vanilla, but you want a different take on vanilla with the oak moss and everything I talked about, you're going to love this. This is a very incredible brand, very unique. Love their creations. I shared a few of them here on the channel with you, and of course, the more I dive into the brand, the more I discover, I'll bring more, fragrances that are worth talking about. But Smoky Vanilla, absolute stellar vanilla, guys. Check it out. Speaking of niche fragrances, before I dive into the last 5 fragrances here, my top 5 for the fall of 2024, niche, of course. If you love niche, guys, you gotta check out ScentXplore.com. Details below. ScentXplore is, of course, a niche perfume convention. If you guys love niche fragrances, if you're discovering niche fragrances, if you're a connoisseur, doesn't matter, for everyone. If you're into niche perfumery, you need to check out ScentXplore.com. You need to come to New York Thursday through Saturday, a 3-day convention that will have everything you can possibly think of and then some when it comes to niche perfumery. We're talking master classes, workshops, over 80 brands, of course. Michael Edwards from Fragrances of the World, American Legends. He'll be doing an actual masterclass on American Legends perfumery. He's going to be talking about how the niche world evolved over the last 40 years. Guys, incredible. We're gonna have, of course, masterclasses with the fragrance and flavor companies of the world. Check out the program so you can find the full schedule at ScentXplore.com. Giveaways, as soon as you walk through the door to get your credentials to walk into the venue, you're gonna get a welcome package. You're going to love it, guys. Trust me, if you haven't heard about this event, it's something that you definitely want to check out. If you're truly niche perfume lover, you got to check out ScentXplore. On top of all that, giveaways, you're going to find golden tickets with your welcome package, which will give you guys free bottles. You can win a trip to Oman to the Amouage factory, as many people have done over the last 6 years that we've done this event. So guys, check out details below, and I hope to see you there. I believe the after party is actually at capacity, but there's also a few hundred tickets still available for the full event. But don't miss out. The longer you wait, the more chances you're gonna have not to be able to attend. So guys, can't wait to see you there. It's gonna be one for the books. ScentXplore 2024, 6th annual, 3 days, New York City. Can't wait to see you there. At the 5th spot, this is a fragrance that I talked to you guys about over and over here on the channel. This is from the house of 𝗏 Parfums, and this is Apex. This is the original Apex, I believe released in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, or 2020. And Apex, the reason why I love this fragrance, it's because it's basically a very nice green fougere. It has the note of cypress here, all the beautiful components of a great fougere, the lavender, the oak moss, the green components, the spiciness, the woodiness that I love. It's a very green scent. One of the ones that gets most people asking me, what are you wearing? This smells really good, but it's different. It's not like anything else that's out there. Meaning, nothing that you can find today in your fragrance counter is going to smell like this, because this fragrance really is paying homage to the powerhouse fougeres of the 70s and 80s. So guys, check out Apex. If you love a green fougere, this is gonna be the place to be, for that particular scent profile. At the 4th spot here, this is going to be the most wearable fragrance here on this list, because it's going to share similarities with a Chanel Les Exclusives that I love called Coromandel. This is going to be a woodier and spicier version of that fragrance from Xerjoff, and this is going to be Richwood. I love this stuff. This is another one that's a strong contender for me to actually spray on today as my scent of the day. If you already love Coromandel, which is that, patchouli white chocolate fragrance from, Chanel Les Exclusives, but you want something a little bit sweeter, a little bit spicier, and definitely woodier, guys, Richwood will definitely be a fragrance that you will fall in love with. Trust me, they don't come cheap, but they pack up a punch and they deliver what they promise. So Richwood, as the name implies, rich, woody, patchouli, creamy, amazing, guys. This is an incredible fragrance. This could be a signature scent for somebody in the fall. Somebody came to me and say, hey Max, give me one and done fall signature scent. This is something that I probably, recommend, especially if you love patchouli. I would probably recommend you guys checking out Richwood. I think you're gonna love it. If you love that scent profile, this is one that I would highly recommend. It almost has this cocoa-like vibe as it dries down. Very creamy. I believe there's sandalwood in the base as well. Mysore sandalwood. just classy, quality, sophistication in the bottle. This fragrance, the more I wear it, the more enamored I become with it. And this is, from everything I talked about here, is going to be the most compliment-inducing fragrance. If you like compliments, if you want people to stop you and ask you what you're wearing, hey, I want to get a bottle for myself, I want to smell like you, this would be the one. Like I said, my top 5 choices are usually the more wearable, the ones that I'm going to be rocking the most. And like I said, the more I rock this, guys, the more enamored I become with it because of the way it makes me feel, the way people ask me what I'm wearing. It has a really cool factor, the way people react when I'm wearing this fragrance. And this has 2 facets that I love. It's basically a fougere. There you go. It's a lavender, green, oak moss, spicy, which is what I gravitate towards, but it also has a gourmand vanilla spicy facet to it, almost metallic. And of course, this is titanium from 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏 from Switzerland. I love this stuff, guys. I'm telling you, give you exactly what this reminds me of. So take a fougere profile, green, woody, aromatic, lavender, oak moss. So keep that in mind, and then add to that green, lavender, fougere profile, add to that Reflection Man from Amouage has an affair with Pegasus from Parfums de Marly. This would be their offspring. But again, the metallic, vanillic, almondy vibe that you get with Pegasus, plus the fougere, green, aromatic, lavender, oak moss, and then the Reflection Man, jasmine, kind of a vibe that you get, meld it all together, make it very well balanced, very sophisticated, very elegant. I love this stuff, guys. Very masculine. And what I love about it too is on skin, the vanilla, those gourmandy facets become more prevalent as the fragrance warms up with your body. As you walk around, you definitely get sweeter, creamier notes as the fragrance develops. But it's a 3-faceted fragrance. It opens up a certain way, develops to something else, and then in the end it becomes very creamy, very sweet, and almost gourmand-like. Opens up green, fougere-like, and dries down almost gourmand-like. Very intricate, very complex. Definitely check it out. Like I said, the most complimented on this list, 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏 Titanium at the 3rd spot. Coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, this is the real spice bomb. If you guys love spicy fragrances that are woody, spicy, resinous, smoky, earthy, this is the real spice bomb. Coming in at number 2 from the house of Niche, quality stuff. I talked about this brand over and over here on the channel. At the 2nd spot, this is Asteroid. And guys, as you can see the bottle here, this is I put quite a dent on this fragrance, guys, already. I couldn't wait for the weather to get cold to wear this. Asteroid is just an incredible, spicy, woody fragrance. Amazing sprayer here. This is absolutely incredible. The way it smells, to be honest with you, it opens up almost like port wine. If you're familiar with port wine, it's a very dark and sweet and earthy kind of a red wine, almost like a dessert-like wine. That's kind of like what this opens up. Very, very port wine-like, very sweet, very aromatic. You have cloves, cinnamon, tons of woods here, tons of resins and spices and benzoin, which adds a little bit of a sweetness, creaminess to the fragrance, along with sandalwood, tons of woods in the base. Very earthy, very resinous. This is a beast fragrance, guys. You don't need more than 2 to 3 sprays. Trust me. Colder, fall into the winter, this is gonna be a go-to for me, no questions about it. Also has beeswax, honey, which I love those 2 notes, combined with those spices that I talked about, the resins, the woods. This is a beast fragrance, guys. If you love spicy, woody fragrances, woody, spicy resins, you know, with the honey bee wax, kind of a vibe that I talked about, you're gonna love this one. It has this instancy vibe as it develops, very woody, very creamy. But again, the opening, to me, it smells like port wine. Amazing stuff, guys. Asteroid, Eau de Parfum from Niche at the 2nd spot. Great discovery of mine this year. Glad to be rocking this. And like I said, I put quite a dent on this fragrance now over the past couple of weeks. Been trying this and wearing it. And I said, you know what? This is going to be one of my go-tos this year. At the 1st spot, this should come as no surprise to you guys. If you follow this channel, if you follow my taste, you know I love leather. I love boozy fragrances, of course. I love tobaccos. This fragrance is everything I love. And of course, this fragrance is actually something that I put together. This is from Navitus Parfums, and this is from ScentXplore from last year, which was a limited edition to 500 bottles. I think there's very little left of this fragrance in the market. The cool thing about this, though, is that I co-created this with Chris Carbonell, the perfumer, of course, Navitus, and their creative director, Stephen Redolessence, which I'm sure you guys watching this video know him very well. We were able to put this together. I had a briefing of an idea, which I wanted to really embody the 3 elements that I love most in fragrance. The suede leather accord with the boozy accord with a single malt whiskey vibe here, and of course, a Maduro tobacco, a very animalic, very pungent tobacco. You put all of this together, of course, you add vetiver, oak moss, laurel, honey. All of my favorite notes are comprised in this fragrance. If you love a true boozy and spicy and leathery fougere type scent, guys, this is a must try. I wouldn't even call this a fougere because it doesn't really smell like a barbershop. To be honest with you, I know ladies that actually love wearing this fragrance themselves. So it goes to show, even though I had something in mind of a more masculine, a little bit rugged, this actually became very smooth, very sophisticated, very easy to wear. Even though the notes present here are very powerful, it's very smooth and very sophisticated to wear, guys. Check out Xenial. I believe it's available also at Neiman Marcus, even with a better price than it was sold to begin with. I just don't know if what's in the website, Neiman Marcus, is actually numbered, because I know the ones that were made for ScentXplore came in these beautiful leather cases and they were numbered and signed. So I don't know what's available at Neiman Marcus, but the good thing is it is available at Neiman Marcus for a better price. So if you're looking to purchase the bottle, it was limited edition for ScentXplore. I'm thinking that once this is gone, it's gone. I'm just saying, I love this fragrance. I have a couple bottles myself, and for the fall here, I'm gonna rock the hell out of this fragrance. You know what? I'm gonna actually put this on today. And guys, trust me, I will be emanating this fragrance a whole bunch. And if you guys crossed paths with me last year at ScentXplore, I was actually wearing this fragrance, and I'll be rocking this again as my signature scent this fall, guys. Number one, fall of 2024, Xenial from 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗵 with ScentXplore, guys. Check this fragrance, I'm telling you, absolutely lovely scent. And of course, if any of you guys watching this video tried any of the fragrances I talked about here today, let me know your experience with the fragrance. And of course, if I missed anything that you guys think is a potential incredible fall fragrance to rock, let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your comments and perhaps myself find something new and discover something that I'll be sharing with other people here on the channel. Guys, thank you so much for your support. As always, everything listed in the description of the video to make your life easier. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for your support. If you do appreciate the channel, leave a like, subscribe for more, hit the bell so you get it straight into your feed. And of course, I will see you guys back here with another video very soon. Take care. See you in the next one.